some of my peeps for your stretch class today. If your hips are really tight, the only tools that you will need is maybe just something, like you can even roll up like here. Here's like my sweater, right? Like you can always roll that up if you have a couch cushion, just to give your butt a little bit of a lift. So when we do some forward folds, it's not pinching on your hips. If you have a yoga block at home, you can always utilize a yoga block, a little bench, a little seat, something like that. All right, so I'm going to take you through, for those of you who are working from home, you're seated at a desk, right? Our hips get really tight, and our hips get tight because it's shortening up in our hip flexors, and then when our hips get tight, our back gets tight, and then it's just a downward spiral from there. So I'm going to take us through some basic stretches that you can do seated. All right, so let's actually start sitting up. All right, I want you to sit up as tall as you can. Try to find your sit bones. If you need to scoot a little flesh to the side, scoot a little flesh to the side. Sit up tall. We're just going to start with a deep breath in. You can press the heel of your hands down into the mat. Inhale. Full breath. Hold the breath, and then exhale. Full exhale. And when you inhale, think of starting from the base up. Inhale. Breathe into your belly. Try to send that breath into your back. Sit up tall. Exhale. Exhale from the chest. As you exhale, pull the belly in. One more time. Inhale. Deep breath. Exhale. We're going to take it into a little neck stretch. So you're going to slide your left hand right under your butt, right? So left hand out, and then you're going to take your right ear to your shoulder. So you're pulling away from that arm. Right? Sit up as tall as you can. If it's more comfortable for you to sit with your legs crisscross, sit with your legs crisscross. Deep breath. Good. Exhale, pull away, right? So you should automatically start to feel the muscles of your neck here, right? All of your scalene stretching. And then we're just going to turn our head slightly like you're rotating your chin or your nose up to the ceiling. And then exhale. And then you're going to do the same rotation, looking down like you're looking towards your armpit. Right. If you choose a little bit of added pressure, you can take your free hand up. Give a little stretch down. Inhale deep. Exhale. Right, neck tension is one of the most common things when we're seated, right? Staring at screens or looking down at our phones. And then come back to center. Ear towards your shoulder, and then draw the head up. Right, next side. Right, give your shoulder a little whirl. Right, slide your right hand under your butt. Right, you're going to pull away from that shoulder. I can already tell this side's a lot tighter. Right, so when you're here, if you choose that added pressure from the beginning, you can always just give a little pull. Like this side needs a little bit of extra love here. Exhale. And then you're going to rotate. Turn your eyes, look up towards the ceiling. Right, same thing. You can always just give a little bit of guidance. But you want to think of still that energy of your ear pulling down to your shoulder to rotate. Right? Breathe in. Exhale. And then slowly turn the head to center. Turn your nose to look in towards your armpit. Continue to let your head hang heavy. Deep breath. Exhale. Again, if you want the added pressure, still try to sit up tall. And then come back to center, turn the head back to center, then draw the head up. And then we're going to take our hands onto our chest, right? Stretching through the front of our neck. All right, so hands pressed down, you're gonna lift the chin up. Exhale. Right, and you should be able to feel the muscles that connect down from your collarbones all the way up. Now when you're here, take the back of your tongue, push it to the roof of your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Keep drawing back. And then draw back to center. We're going to go off to the side. So take the hands towards the right of the collarbone. I just need to extend my leg out. All right. And then we're going to be pulling away. All right, same thing. You should feel that stretch in through the front. And then back to center, other side. So you're pulling in opposite directions, and you should feel that line of muscle if you follow it up with your finger. Connect right under your jaw. And then back to center. I have one last one for our jaw. I'm going to slide a little closer to our screen. All right, so when you're here, I want you to find the muscles of your jaw. So if you were to open your mouth, right, those muscles there, it may feel really tight. Right, take your thumbs, push in. So you're going to open your mouth, find those muscles, put some pressure, and then close. And when you close, keep pressing in deeper, breathe in. Do it again. Open, open wide, press in. And then slowly close. It's hard to walk you through this while I'm talking at the same time. And then close. Putting that pressure in. For those of you who may have like TMJ or those like tension headaches, if you get them in through like your sides, this will help relieve some of that. All right, one more time. Open, close. And then push up, breathe in. And then follow the same thing. If you follow your fingertips up, right, you'll find the muscles here when you open. And then close, push in, right? So if you follow all the way up along like your temples, right? You can either use your fingers, use your thumbs, whatever feel best. One more, open, and then close. And you should feel that pushing in. Breathe. Gotta take your hands down, just turn your head from right to left. Do a couple little neck rolls. All right, and then we're going to come down onto our mat. All right, so slide back. All right, let's start lying on our back. You're going to draw your knees in towards your chest. All right, so when you're here, your neck is long. Tailbone is down. Breathe in. Exhale. Try to let your jaw relax and let your tongue just float in the center of your mouth. Right, instead of pushing up, sometimes we tend to push on the roof of our mouth when we're relaxed, but just let your tongue fall naturally. One more breath. Exhale. And then this time you're going to open your knees wide. Let your tailbone drop down. Knees pull towards your armpits. And then when you're here, rock your tailbone down into the mat. So it should feel like a little bit of length in through your low back. Or if you can't reach to your knees, just grab right behind your thighs. All right, one more breath. Exhale. And then come back to center. We're going to extend our legs up. Reach behind your legs. Give just a little pull wherever you feel a stretch in through your hamstrings. For some of us, if you can reach up a little higher, you can always reach up a little higher. You can always flex, grab your feet. Another option is you can always grab, if you have like a band of some sort, a piece of rope, loop it around your feet, give a pull that way. All right, another breath. Exhale. One more breath. And then we're going to cross our right ankle over our left knee for that figure four stretch. Reach through the leg and grab. All right, so you can be here. If you need to further modify it, Just bend that knee, place that foot down, press the knee away. Right, the whole point is to get a stretch in through your hips and in through your piriformis. Right, pulling the knee in just intensifies the stretch. Take a breath here. Exhale, chest is still open, neck is still long. One more breath. And then switch, same fun next side. Cross the left ankle over your knee. Reach through, grab. Breathe in. Exhale. Keep letting your tailbone drop heavy. Your neck lengthen into the mat. If your neck and shoulders are really tight, you can always take a little pillow and just place it behind your head. If you need something to prop your head up. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then come back to center. Place your feet down. Anchor your feet into the mat. We're going to take it into a little bridge. You're going to lift your hips up. All right, but when you lift your hips up, let your arms just kind of walk under you. Press up. And then just roll back down. Just articulate the spine down into the mat, especially through that low back where you tend to get really tight. And then do it again. Curl under, roll up. And then exhale. One more time. Roll up. And then roll down. Keep your feet open hip distance. Just drop your knees to your right side. You can open your arms up to a T. Head turns to the left. First stretch in through our sides, right in through our QL. Those are the muscles of our low back. And back to center. Head goes to the left. Knees to the left, head to the right. And then switch. Just keep your feet in place and you're just simply rocking the knees side to side. Do 2 more each side. 2. 2. Now on this one, we're going to change it up a little. 1. So when your knees are to your right, just cross your right foot over that left knee. It just puts a little bit of added pressure there and through the side. So if knees are to the right, it's your right foot over your left knee. Just let your back relax, your chest relax. And then next side, knees to the left. Cross that left ankle over your knee. And just try to let your hips relax. Allow just the weight of that left foot just help you stretch a little deeper in through the right. And then take the foot down, rock the knees back to center. And then you're just going to open your knees wide. Soles of your feet come together. And then you're just going to place your hands on your hips. Reach your hands towards your inner thigh and just kind of press side to side. Right? You can let your butt rock. Right? If it's a deeper stretch for you, you can either have your feet in closer or further away. For me, when my feet are about halfway in between, that's where I feel a deeper stretch in through my hips. Right, but you may feel it deeper if your feet are a little closer. Right, so this is just where you can do what feels best for your body in this moment. Now, with your knees open wide, you're just going to simply roll that right knee over to your left. And then open it back up. Let it open up towards the ceiling and then left knee across. So now you are stacking the knees. And then open, let it fall, and then right knee over the left. Right, these are some of the stretches I do at night. If my back feel a little tight at night right before I go to bed, right, so you can lay in bed, do this exact same stretch, same thing in the morning, right, if you're someone who wakes up, feels a little stiff in your hips, right, before you wake up, just do these lying on your back. Just do one more on each side, because we're alternating, we're stretching basically like in through our like SI joints. Right, so all of the muscles in through our inner thighs that connect into our pelvis, muscles in through the back that connect in, right, and then open. All right, come back to center, just roll the hips up one more time. Roll up, lift up high, roll back down. Good. And then just turn to your side, press yourself all the way up to seated. Right, and then we're going to extend our legs out. We're going to cross our right ankle above our left knee. So we're going to reach forward. So it's that same figure 4 stretch that we did when we were lying on our back. Just a little bit of added pressure here. Again, you can always do this even if you're seated in a chair. Right, quick little stretch, next side, left ankle over. Right, reach forward. And then switch. All right, now we're going to mix it up a little. All right, you're going to bend your left knee, right foot goes back. All right, so you're going to look like this funny shape. All right, so your right heel, so right leg out, left knee in. All right, so you should feel a stretch in through the side here. You're going to let that hip shift back. All right, and then follow me. Our feet aren't going to move. You're just going to press into your feet to roll to the other side. All right, when you roll to the other side, let that hip sit back. Feet don't move. We're just going to roll to the other side. All right, same thing here. Take a breath. All right, hip shifts back. Right, and then switch. Feet rotate. Rotate to the side. Let that hip shift back. And then switch. So there's a point in the middle where knees are open wide, feet are anchored, and then we roll. Right, these are usually signs of, you can tell what side's a lot tighter and where you're tight in your hips. Because ideally you should be able to move, say like with your hands in like a prayer position in front of your chest to rotate and move. If you're not able to do that, just use your hands onto the floor. All right, again, shift that hip back, breathe in. And then rotate. Let that hip shift back. And then rotate. And letting that hip sink down, chest is up. And then rotate to the side. All right, so from here, where our left knee is, you're going to see if you can cross that right ankle up over top. Right, this is where my hips, it shows where my hips are really tight, right? So when you're here, if you look like me, when your knee is way up high, and if you're like, ooh, that's a little too tight, right? You can take it back into that figure 4 stretch where the leg is out, ankle is just over. Okay, so you do you on this stretch. This is just one way to intensify it. Right, so when you're here, think of that right or that left ankle if your knee is bent in. Sorry, that left knee being a perfect 90-degree angle. And then that right foot is just coming up and across. You can stay tall, or if you're able to, you can pitch your weight forward into that stretch. Whew. Breathe in. Exhale. Another name for this stretch is called fire log. Meaning for those of us who are tight, we feel it. Feels like little fires in through your hips. Two more breaths here. Last one. And then just drop that right foot to the floor. The left leg is going to come out long. All right, and then we're going to do a little twist. All right, so just right ankle landed over top. Rotate, twist. Breathe in. Exhale. So on this side, it's not how close that right foot is to you, but think of everything lining up through your midsection, right? In line with your heart, your knee, your foot. You're trying to rotate like you're trying to hide that right shoulder behind you. Deep breath. Exhale. This is where the breath is really important because we're inhaling, we're trying to expand in through our intercostals and through those muscles and in and along our rib cage. One more breath. Come back to center. Same fun, next side. All right, so that's where we start with our right knee down. I make sure to pay attention to my right lefts here. And then left ankle over top. Breathe in. I didn't realize I was this tight doing this stretch until I'm doing it with you all, so thank you. Thank you for walking me through this. All right, sit up tall. It's a reminder of what I need to work on. All right, lift up. Breathe in. Exhale. You can either support your leg, like I feel I need to give a little extra comforting love to my left leg, or hands can come back, or pitch forward. Wherever you feel the stretch is benefiting you the most, right? Go there. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. And then this is where we're going to take that left foot to the floor. Right leg extends out. All right, this is where everything lines up with our midsection, with our heart center here. And then twist. All right, sit up tall. Look behind you. Soften your jaw. Right, I tend to open and close my jaw a lot just to make sure I tend to hold tension in through my jaw, especially for those of us who talk a lot. And I talk a lot via teaching. Right? So I always have to focus a little bit more on relaxing there. Right, your neck is long. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Last one. Come back to center. Uncross the legs. Give them a little wiggle, and then we're going to flip onto our tummy. All right, so lie on your belly. Legs are out long. We're going to start in just what's called Sphinx pose. It's one of the easiest, most relaxed back extensions, right, for those of us, right? So we just worked on stretching in and along our hips. Now we're moving into the low back. Right, so that low back, if you tend to sit in a slumped position, right, this is just an easy way to restore that natural curve to your low back. Your elbows are right under your shoulders. Your chest is up. Your eyes are up. Breathe in. Exhale. Another breath. And then we're going to lower down. Take hand over hand. Rest your forehead down on your hands. We're going to lift our right leg up. So you're just going to lift straight up and then lower down. And then switch left. Lift straight up and then lower. So when you lift, use your butt to help you lift and then go down and then down. Now we're going to lift and rotate. So you're going to lift the right leg, allow that hip to lift, rotate, and then come back. And then again, left leg, rotate, back. And then just keep alternating, right, and then left, up, reach. On this one, this is usually where it highlights exactly how tight our low back is, right? Because this is one to help mobilize in through there, all of those twisting, rotating muscles. Up, reach. If you can reach all the way back and touch the floor, reach all the way back, touch the floor. And then again. Let's just do 2 more on each side. 2. 2. 1. 1. Good. And then sit back, give a little child's pose here. So for this child's pose, start with your knees together, butt back towards your heels, arms outstretched. Breathe in. Exhale. Tops of your feet are flat to the mat. And then come up. Now this time open your knees wide. Kind of go to the edges of your mat. All right, and then feet follow the edges and then sit back. All right, this will deepen the stretch in through your hips. So when you're here, instead of your feet turning in, take your feet wide as well. Arms reach up, forehead down, breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. And then come up. Walk the knees back in. All right, a little cat cow, so hands right below your shoulders. Take an inhale, round up. Now when you round up, shift forward. Put more of that stretch in your upper back. And then lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Shift your weight back. That'll put more of the stretch in through that mid-back. And then again, round up. And then shift back. 2 more. 2. 2. 1 more. And we're going to do threading the needle, which is a nice shoulder stretch. 1. 1. Now, right hand comes in line with your head. Left arm is going to thread underneath, side of your head down, and then you're going to rotate. All right, so the goal is, that, again, that rotation in through the spine. Eyes up. Now when we're rotated to the right, if your eyes are looking to your right, our hips tend to want to shift that same direction. Right, shift those hips to your left. Right, shift them away from where you're looking. That'll create more of a stretch in through the side. Now again, that full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Keep trying to rotate to try to turn your eyes to look up at the ceiling. 1 more breath. And then come back up. Press up. Switch sides. Left arm in front. Right arm threads underneath. Same thing. Rotate. Exhale. Turn your eyes, look up to the ceiling. And then slowly come back up. Shift your butt back. Walk your hands to your right. We're just going to end with a little side stretch here. And then go over to the left. And then come back to center. And then come all the way up. Whew. And then you are done. All right, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. If you have any special requests for next week, I'll be here with you all through the month of April. And let's hope not much longer, right? So yeah, for the next 3 weeks, you'll have your half-hour stretch class. Let me know. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.